Okay, let's put some data in here and see how this works. Let's say that group 1 got an average of 1.25 upright landings, and group 2, they did a little bit better. I'm putting some random numbers in here, but nobody's doing that well on this bottle flip because it's the first amount. So what each of these numbers means is this means that out of 5, the average number of bottles that landed upright was 1.25. Group 2 did a little bit better. Out of 5, their average was 2.3 bottles landed upright. So this is our average for the whole class. So if we take all the class data and average it, we get our number here. But now we need to know what percent of the flips actually landed upright. So to do this calculation, I'm going to hit equals because that's how I'm going to start every calculation. And I no longer want the average. This time I want to know what the percentage. So every time I have an equation, it's good to put it inside of a parentheses. For this one, I'm going to take my average number of flips that land upright, divide it by 5, because that's how many times we flipped the bottle per person. And then I'm going to want to multiply that times 100 because I'm going to try and find the percent. So here, this is showing me that 32% of the time it landed upright. So again, as I did with the average, I can just copy and paste this into the rest of the table. And then once I add numbers in, it will automatically calculate this for me. So let's say that with 2, it was a little bit better, with 2 tablespoons of water. I'm just making up these numbers, but as you can see, I've calculated my average here. If on average 2.61 bottles landed upright out of 5, that's a little bit more than 50%. And what do you know? Our calculation here makes sense. It's a little bit more than 50%. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to change the number of decimal places. So I'm going to highlight all of these, and then this button here and this button here increase or decrease the number of decimal places. I want there to be 2 decimal places for each of our numbers. Anything more than that is a little bit excessive. And then for percent, I'm actually going to make it, let's just make it 1 decimal place for a percent. That'll make that one easier as well. All right, this table is now ready for us to use, so I'm going to delete all of the fake data so that it's ready for you to put in your real data.